10 soul bands, 10 record labels, 10 stories so devastating they'll make your blood boil. Artists who sold millions but died broke. Contracts designed to steal. Labels that built empires on the backs of black talent, then left them with nothing.
Come on, y'all! Sing along!
Half-cent royalties, $1.87 paychecks, diamond albums leading to bankruptcy. By the time we reach number 1, you'll understand that the real villain wasn't racism alone. It was the white-owned record labels that treated these legends like property. Let's go. Number 10, Candy Girl, New Edition. Some debuts arrive with innocence, pure energy, the promise of everything ahead. Released in 1983, Candy Girl wasn't just a song. It was 5 kids from the projects: Bobby Brown, Ricky Bell, Michael Bivins, Ronnie DeVoe, Ralph Tresvant. 12, 13 years old, and they could sing. Producer Maurice Starr signed them to Streetwise Records, promised them the world. Candy Girl shot to number 1. Millions of copies sold. After their first major tour, the boys came home, excited, ready to see what they'd earned. They were handed a check, one check, for the entire group, $1.87, to split 5 ways. Bobby Brown later revealed they got $500 to sign their contract, and a Betamax VCR, that's it, for an album that made millions. But when Brown asked how much the group lost, he said $30 to $40 million each. His words, "We were treated like little slaves. We worked all the time and didn't get paid." New Edition eventually sued and won their freedom, but they had to take out a $100,000 loan from MCA Records to escape Streetwise. Now they were in debt to their new label, forced to record and tour constantly just to pay it off. 5 kids, Diamond Selling Records, $1.87. That's betrayal. Number 9. Number 8. Oh Girl, The Chai Lights. Some voices carry longing so deep, you can feel the weight in every note.
Just don't know how.
Released in 1972, Oh Girl wasn't just a love song. It was a confession, a plea. That harmonica, those harmonies, Eugene Records' voice, dripping with loneliness and longing.
They say, let the woman take care.
Number 1 on the Hot 100, a masterpiece. Have You Seen Her? Came before it, another number 1.
When I need it, right on time, you would.
Between 1971 and 1974, the Chai Lights were everywhere. Eugene Record wrote, produced, sang lead. With Marshall Thompson, Robert Lester, and Creedence Jones, they were Chicago soul royalty.
Tell me what am I gonna do?
They signed with Brunswick Records, hit after hit after hit. Then Brunswick started having problems, legal issues, financial trouble.
Who to see it?
By 1975, the label couldn't promote their records anymore. The Chai Lights were still making great music, but nobody could hear it. Now, Eugene Record watched his career crumble, not because his music wasn't good, but because his label was falling apart. In 1976, Record left, signed with Warner Brothers. Released 3 albums, none of them successful. Why? Because without Brunswick's infrastructure, without proper promotion, even genius couldn't break through.
I guess I better go.
The Chi-Lites reunited in 1980, but they never reached those heights again. Brunswick had destroyed their momentum. Eugene Record died in 2005. Cancer? He was 64 years old. One of the greatest soul voices ever, derailed by a bankrupt label. That's betrayal.
Think that was shocking? We're just getting started. Subscribe now. You won't believe what's coming next.
Number 7, Reach Out, I'll Be There. The Four Tops. Some voices don't just sing, they testify. Released in 1966, Reach Out, I'll Be There wasn't a love song. It was a rescue mission. Levi Stubbs, that voice, raw, powerful, desperate. I Can't Help Myself. Bernadette. 19 top 40 singles, all with the same lineup for over 40 years. Stubbs, Abdul Duke Fakir, Ronaldo Obi Benson, Lawrence Payton. They were brothers. But Motown treated them like property. Motown royalties, less than 2%. 2% for records that sold millions. In 1974, Obi Benson spoke to Sepia magazine. His words burned with truth. The people who were screwing us were managing us and lawyering us and everything else. It was a bad scene, almost a dictatorship, a plantation. A plantation. The Four Tops sued Berry Gordy. Profit sharing, or royalties. They wanted what they were owed. When Berry Gordy moved Motown to Los Angeles, the Four Tops refused to follow. They left Motown and signed with ABC Dunhill in 1972. At ABC, they negotiated hard. They wanted $61,500 per album. They wanted publishing rights. They wanted control. They got Keeper of the Castle. Ain't No Woman. But ABC eventually collapsed too. In 2018, Duke Fakir wrote about the exploitation. He said digital radio earned millions from pre-1972 recordings. Artists got nothing. Motown built an empire on the backs of groups like the Four Tops, then left them struggling for basic food, shelter, and medical care. That's betrayal. Number 6, A Change Is Gonna Come. Sam Cooke. Some songs arrive as promises, and some become prophecies. Released in 1964, A Change Is Gonna Come wasn't just hope.
I was born by the river.
It was determination wrapped in heartbreak, a declaration that pain wouldn't last forever.
It's been a long.
Sam Cooke, The King, You Send Me, Cupid, Chain Gang, Voice Like Silk, Business Mind Like Steel.
In a little tent, oh, and just like.
In 1957, Cooke signed with Keane Records. You Send Me went number 1.
A change gonna come, oh, yes it will.
26 weeks on the charts, millions of copies sold. But Cooke wasn't making the money. Keane was.
Ooh, hard living, but I'm afraid to die.
He signed a contract without understanding it, like so many black artists before him. When he signed with RCA in 1960, he learned. He hired manager Alan Klein to audit RCA's books. Klein found RCA owed Cooke $200,000, unpaid royalties.
come. Oh, yes it will.
So Sam Cooke did something revolutionary. So he started his own label, SAR Records. He started his own publishing company, Cags Music.
They keep telling me don't hang around.
He started his own production company, Tracy Records. He told RCA, "You need me more than I need you." And he was right. RCA agreed.
I don't know what's up there.
Sam Cooke became the first black artist to own his masters. He inspired Curtis Mayfield, James Brown, George Clinton, Prince.
But he winds up.
But here's the tragedy. On December 11th, 1964, Sam Cooke was shot and killed in a Los Angeles motel. He was 33 years old.
Now I think I'm able.
The official story? Justifiable homicide. But those who knew him suspected murder. Some said he was becoming too powerful, too threatening to the white-dominated music industry.
That I thought I could last for long.
Without a will, his family fought for years over his estate. The business arrangements he'd made to protect himself became a legal nightmare.
A long time coming, but
Sam Cooke changed the game. But the game may have killed him for it. That's betrayal.
I know change gon' come.
Number 5, Tutti Frutti, Little Richard. Some records don't just change music, they invent it. Released in 1955, Tutti Frutti was 3 minutes that exploded everything that came before. Ah wop bama loo mappa lop bam boom. Little Richard invented rock and roll in that recording session. The sound, the fury, the freedom. Long Tall Sally, Good Golly Miss Molly, Elvis Presley, the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, all copied his style. But Little Richard, he got nothing. His contract with Specialty Records was a crime. He was paid half a cent for every record sold. Half a cent. Whoever heard of cutting a penny in half? Richard said later. And his publishing? He sold it to Specialty's owner, Art Ruppy, for $50. $50 for Tutti Frutti. While white artists were earning 3 to 5%, black artists got half a cent. If they were lucky. Tutti Frutti sold 3 million copies by 1968. Art Ruppy made millions. Little Richard, he made $15,000. In 1984, Richard sued Specialty for $112 million in unpaid royalties. The case settled out of court for an undisclosed amount. By then, Richard was broke. He picketed on Hollywood Boulevard, trying to get the money he was owed. His words, famous Little Richard, trying to get that famous money that he made so many years ago that he's never seen. The man who invented rock and roll, picketing, for his own money. Interestingly, Michael Jackson later bought the catalog that included Richard's songs.
So knows how to love me, yes indeed. Boy, you don't know what.
When Jackson found out, he immediately gave Richard his publishing rights back. But it shouldn't have taken Michael Jackson to do the right thing. Specialty Records should have done it from the start. That's betrayal. Number 4, Waterfalls, TLC. Some warnings arrived disguised as hits. Released in 1995, Waterfalls wasn't just advice. It was a plea. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili sang it to the world. But they couldn't follow their own advice. That same year, at the Grammy Awards, TLC had just won Best R&B Album for CrazySexyCool. 14 million copies sold. Diamond status. Chili stepped to the microphone and said, "We're as broke can be." How? How do you sell 14 million records and end up broke? Lay face records. That's how. They signed their contract in 1991. They were young. They were desperate to make it. Their deal? 56 cents per album sold, split 3 ways. That's 18 cents per person. For an album that retailed for $15. But wait, it gets worse. Layface and their management company, Pepitone, charged everything to the group. Studio time, music videos, airline tickets, hotels, food, clothes. The more successful CrazySexyCool became, the more debt TLC accumulated. Despite making an estimated $175 million for Layface, TLC received 1%. 1%. On July 3, 1995, TLC filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, $3.5 million in debt. Left Eye's words cut deep. "I hope we go down in history for being something more than just another famous act that got ripped off." This is a cutthroat business full of greedy individuals who take advantage of naive young artists. LaFace and Pepitone claimed TLC wasn't really broke, that they just wanted more money. It took 2 years of legal battles before TLC won their freedom. Now, in the settlement, T-Boz later revealed they had to pay $3 million to own the rights to their own name. $1 million per letter. TLC came back strong. Fan Mail debuted at #1, but in 2002, Left Eye died in a car accident. She was 30 years old. The biggest girl group of the 90s, diamond selling, and bankrupt. That's betrayal. Number 3, Fortunate Son, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Fantasy Records owned him, and they weren't letting go. Fantasy's owner, Saul Zaentz, kept Fogerty locked. Well, in Fogerty's own words, "I've had to fight to get royalties from 1980 and every year after that." Precedented. Fogerty had to bring his guitar into court. He had to play both songs, prove they were different. He won, but it cost him more than 3 years of legal battles. When Saul Zaentz died in 2014, Fogerty didn't offer condolences. He tweeted a link to his song, "Vans Can't Dance." Originally titled, "Zans Can't Dance," about a pig, a greedy, exploitative pig. Number 2, Where Did Our Love Go? The Supremes.
All by myself.
Some success stories hide tragedies. Released in 1964, Where Did Our Love Go? Launched the Supremes into superstardom.
Feeling inside me. Ooh, deep.
The harmonies, the Polish, the Motown sound perfected. But here's what they don't tell you. Florence Ballard founded the Supremes.
Inside me. And it hurts so bad.
Not Diana Ross. Florence, Detroit. Florence put the group together.
Where did our love go?
She recruited Mary Wilson. She recruited Diana Ross. She named them the Primettes, then the Supremes. She was the original lead singer. But Berry Gordy had other plans. He was obsessed with Diana Ross. Thought she was prettier, more marketable, more controllable.
Where did our love go?
In 1963, Gordy made Diana the lead singer. Florence was pushed to the background. Where did our love go? Stop. All in the name of love. You Can't Hurry Love. Florence sang backup on the songs she was supposed to lead. By 1967, Florence was watching Diana get everything: the spotlight, the solos, the fame. She started drinking, gained weight, missed rehearsals. Gordy used that as an excuse. He kicked her out of her own group. The Supremes became Diana Ross and the Supremes.
And that stings like a bee, baby.
Florence's severance package, $139,000, and a gag order. She couldn't use the Supremes' name to promote herself. Her lawyer stole most of the money. A BC Records signed her for a solo deal. Both singles flopped. By the early 1970s, Florence Ballard, the founder of the Supremes, was on welfare. She lived in a Detroit housing project with her 3 children. On February 21st, 1976, Florence died of a heart attack. She was 32 years old. Now Diana Ross was selling out arenas. Florence died broke and forgotten. Berry Gordy took the woman who built his biggest group, discarded her, and let her die in poverty. That's betrayal. Number 1. If You Don't Know Me by Now, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Some voices don't just sing, they bear souls. Released in 1972, If You Don't Know Me by Now was vulnerability turned into sound.
Thank you.
That ache, that longing, that voice that made women faint. Teddy Pendergrass. But the name on the record? Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Here's the thing. Harold Melvin wasn't even singing. Teddy Pendergrass sang every note, every single hit. But Harold Melvin controlled the money. The Love I Lost, Wake Up Everybody, Bad Luck, millions of records sold, Teddy selling out shows every single night, pouring his heart out on stage, and Harold Melvin was paying him like a sideman.
Baby, I know the difference.
By 1975, Teddy had had enough. He demanded equal billing, equal pay. Harold refused. So Teddy made one request. Now change the name to Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes featuring Theodore Pendergrass. It took a year, but Harold finally agreed. But it wasn't enough.
When I come home a little late at night.
In 1976, at the peak of their success, Teddy quit. He and Harold got into a screaming match over money.
Don't get so excited.
Teddy walked. His solo career exploded. 5 consecutive platinum albums. Close the door, turn off the lights. Love TKO.
Yeah, you don't know.
Teddy Pendergrass became the top male sex symbol in soul music. Meanwhile, Harold Melvin replaced him with David Ebo. The Blue Notes never had another major hit, but here's where it gets dark.
No, you won't.
In 1982, Teddy was paralyzed in a car accident. His career almost ended. He made a comeback in 1984, but he was never the same.
Never, never, never know.
On January 13, 2010, Teddy Pendergrass died of respiratory failure. He was 59 years old. And Harold Melvin? He died in 1997. Broke. Forgotten.
Our own funny moods.
He is the man who had one of the greatest voices in soul music history singing for him. And he was too greedy to share the spotlight. Teddy gave Harold Melvin everything. Harold Melvin gave him nothing. That's betrayal.
I've got